Hello everyone, my name is Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Dear Monster. I believe this should be the last episode of Momo's route. Hopefully I'm right. Alright, let's continue on. Somewhere in my dreams, I end up back in the amusement park with this a-hole. After the cutest CG of them cuddling up in bed. How dare you ruin the moment? He saw the dream, you know, the memory, saw what you did. Shut up. We both saw a lot, and it happened so fast. He might not have. Of course, he couldn't have. After all, who would still get so close to you if they knew what kind of person you really were? If they knew what you do to the people closest to you? Shut up, that wasn't your fault. Of course it was. They never would have died if it weren't for you. I was just a spoiled brat. You wouldn't take no for an answer. Just like now. How many times has he sent you away, told you to get lost, to leave him alone? And here you are, still chasing after him, still causing problems. Every time you make a choice, it's wrong. Maybe that's why you like Momo so much. You just want him to call all the shots for you. You're too much of a coward to commit to your own shitty choices. Oh, damn. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Allen. Allen, you're freaking out. I'm trying to sleep and you're flailing around like you're dreaming about a rave. He says the words lightly, but his eyes flick anxiously over my face, like he's trying to guess what my dream might have been. Sorry, Momo. Bad dream. About Reed. What? No, not about him. About... Momo, do you think I make good choices? What? What kind of question? Sorry. I feel like I'm always too scared to make my own choices. Whenever I decide to commit to one, I end up feeling like I should have made a better one. Always. Interesting. A lore explanation for why on this route we're weak-willed, right? Why Allen lets Momo dominate him and take over, and why we're such a pushover. I like that. A nice little explanation. Very interesting. Very psychological. Very cool. God, I love the writing. I really like, I think this game is very well written. I have to say. There's just, like, little minor things here and there that I'm like, eh. But overall, I think very, very well written. Very good. That's why I love this game so much, enough that I keep replaying it, and, I'm willing to go through so many of the routes and so many things. Because it's really good, you guys. Not enough good quality LGBTQ plus games out there, I tell ya. Especially ones with such good looking art and music and all of that. I feel like the only choices I ever make are selfish ones. Doing whatever suits me best and not thinking about how it affects people. Uh-oh. Seasonal weather change affecting my voice. No! I'm actually not sick for once right now. It's the weather change. I actually woke up hiccuping in the middle of the night a few times because of the weather. I must have like kicked off the blanket and then the cold air made me hiccup. I'm like, no, curse you. Oh, I am so susceptible to hiccups. It's ridiculous. anytime in the middle of the night, if I get up to pee or something, bam, hiccups. I'm like, curse you. Oh, I hate it. Hiccups hurt, man. They're not even just like an unpleasant experience. They hurt. Oh, cold air making me cough too. Doing whatever suits me best and not thinking about how it affects people. Okay. I wouldn't phrase it like that. So that's a yes. I mean, you make dumb calls, sure. But you always do it because you're doing what's best for other people. Like coming to save me, even though it's a clear bonehead move, because you'd rather act and be wrong than not act at all. Yeah, I guess I need to work on that. Just a bit, but it doesn't matter that much. No one died. Reed definitely died. There's my smartass. Listen, if anyone here is selfish or bad at commitment, it's me. You've seen that plenty. So quit with the angst. If you don't like something about yourself, just change it. Like, it's so easy. Or at least work on yourself, which is what we both need to do. We both need to keep working on ourselves and get therapy and, you know, work on it together. I have to say, I just noticed how the fox, like hit the fox's head and the one paw and claw look like they're surrounding the nipple. It looks cute and funny. It's like they're nuzzling the nipple. Like, aw, let's canoodle the nipple. Yes, let's cuddle it. You really think it's that easy? It's a beautiful tattoo. I would never get a tattoo because I'm too sensitive. I'm like, I don't think I could handle the pain. But that's beautiful. If I ever did suck it up and try to get a tattoo, I would try to get something very colorful and pretty, even though I know it would hurt more and be more work. And I know colors fade and you'd have to get it redone many years later and all that, but I'd want something pretty. I don't know. I like colors. Isn't it? I've been doing it for years. Let's go back to sleep. Oh, he was being a good partner, though, talking him through it. Did you sleep well? No more nightmares? Yeah. I'm not in my fox form, but I can feel my new tail. It's definitely formed. If you're ready, we should do the localization spell. I'm ready. Let's do this. Now, how's this gonna go? Because I can tell you now, we are not on the path of the good ending. So I'm curious how this is gonna go. I say this as if I haven't played through this before. Momo and I head to the study. Grandpa's poetry book in my hands. I can feel the magical energy on the books now. Hyper aware of the sensation. I read up on this spell some the past few days. I think I know how to do it properly this time. We will need your blood though, fair warning. That's fine. Do you know how much? Let me check the book. To my confusion, he opens up Grandpa's poetry book. Oh? Wrong spell. Though this is a very powerful one indeed. There's a spell in there? Why, of course. You see right here, there's a very, very powerful... I lean a little closer, trying to get a look. Love spell. Oh, you troll. I freeze. You ass. I actually believed you. Sorry, love, you're too easy. Shut up and get serious. How much blood do you need for the actual spell? Just a few drops should do. If you give me your hand, my claws should be the right size. Without hesitation, I place my palm on his. He stares at it for a second as though he didn't expect me to do it. You really trust me, huh? Yeah? Shouldn't I? Let's do the spell. He takes my hand and his nails grow to claws. One curls forward, then gently pricks the skin of my palm, drawing blood. Channel your power. Focus on the feel of Theo's magical energy on the books, as well as the magic in your own blood. Find the tie and try to pull on it. I'll feed you my energy to help. I feel his magic flood into me, a warmth like liquid sunlight in my veins. It fills me with a confidence in my own abilities that I've never felt before in my life. Momo twists his hand in the air and summons the pipe he used at the barrier before. He puts it to his lips, and clouds of smoke start to pour out. Guide the smoke. Take your desire to find Theo and then pour it inside. Make it real. You can do it. I close my eyes and focus on following his instructions. I reach for the warm curl of the smoke, which feels like the soft breath of Momo's laughter, all wrapped around me. I want that feeling to get stronger, to feel like home. And part of home is my grandpa. I want it for the both of us. I want to find him. We want to find him. I open my eyes again and watch the smoke twist into a ball in the air, glowing softly from the inside like a miniature star. The star bobs in the air for a moment and then speeds off, darting to the other side of the study. It's working. Follow it. We both rush after it, but it doesn't go very far at all. It gets to the middle of the study and freezes, then starts to bounce in place, the smoke flicking out in dangerous-looking flares. Is it not working? No, it is working. The spell worked. I'm not sure how I know, but I feel it in my heart, or rather, in my blood. Did Grandpa leave me a clue? I know that this little guy led us straight to where he is, but he clearly isn't here. This is where he must have gone missing from, but where is he now? He can't be here. We'd see him. Maybe... Oh! What? What is it? Now. He's not here now, Momo. He didn't travel in space. He traveled in time. That's not possible. No one has ever done it successfully. And neither did he. He didn't pull it off, or he'd just show back up here like he never left. No, I think he's stuck. And I think I might be able to bring him back. Are you sure? Not even a little bit, but I have to try. Okay, I will say something. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't do something. No. You know what? I'll save it for the end of the game. Alright? How about that? I have to try to remember to say it because... I'll say the end of my LP because I'm not going to be able to play for you guys like all of the endings, you know. It's going to be a little spoilery, but I know there's some of you excuse me, who will probably not buy the game for yourselves and play it for yourselves, but I hope there are some of you who will. But at the end of my LP, I will spoil one thing, you know. I will say, this never happens in the game. And I'll say, you know, that it bothers me that it never happens. I want to say it really badly, but I'm going to save it for the end of the LP, okay? I hope I remember. Oh, Coco, remind me. I don't know. Someone remind me, please. I don't know. Oh, I hope I don't forget because it really bugs me and I want to say it now, but it makes more sense for me to say it at the end of the LP. Oh, like it's something. I'm surprised that they didn't have it happen, and I kind of see why they didn't have it happen because Alan has a partner um with him, but it's like, dang, it would have been interesting. All right. Anyway, so he's gonna try. Excuse me. Well, if anyone can do it, it's you. Ever since we bonded, you've proven to me again and again how capable and fearless you are. You never cease to amaze me. Whatever happens, I'm here for you. You've got my magic, Alan. Use as much of it as you need. He smiles at me, and my heart leaps with joy. Strengthened by his support, I summon my magic and focus on the spot we stand on, where the star hovers. I search into the energy of the air there, looking for the thread of Grandpa's magic. Stop! We're at the ending and I'm yawning. It's not even late at night. It's actually early in the morning. It's not even that early, but I guess I didn't sleep enough. Alright, here we go. I can sense it. It feels like the whole world is slightly off balance, everything just a little bit off from how it should be. I reach for those details that feel wrong. And the world spins around me until I can see them. Dozens of versions of the same study layered on top of each other. Rooms that are intact and ones that are destroyed. Different sizes, styles, colors of books, all overlapping with each other like a poorly developed photo. There's a common thread to them, but I'm losing it. All the images blur, and I see them flickering around me too fast to track. Nausea hits me and my head throbs like it was splitting. I'm being torn apart. I'm not strong enough to tether this on my own. Use my magic, love. Don't rely on yourself. You have me. You will always have me, just as I will have you. So use me. Aww. Momo's voice breaks through, and I latch onto it, drawing his magic into myself. The world gets a little sharper, a bit more into focus. It's still not enough, but I start to see shapes in the fuzzy layers of the room. I know how to perform the spell. I need to reach those figures. I need their help. I call out to as many of them as I can, trying to summon the alternate versions of myself to get them to answer. All four of us connect, then smile at each other. We've got the strength to go on. Together we can do this. I feel the layers of the timeline pulling at me. I can sense something inside it, a layer over the outside of the tear through time, keeping the effects contained. I grab it, then pull, and I can feel it crack. The barrier, that was what it was. A seal around a pocket of time, cut off from the outside, containing the damage Grandpa's travels could do. With it gone, though, the timelines become stronger, until they're pushing against my body, against my mind. I almost get lost in them, but I manage to grab hold of my bond to Momo and climb out. I didn't get Grandpa, but the barrier is gone. Momo? Something's different already. Interesting. Very interesting. Why is that, I wonder? I turn, looking behind me, and freeze as I see Momo clutching his head. His body is hunched over and distinctly fox-like. His nose has stretched out to a muzzle, and his hair and eyes keep changing, his nails growing into claws and then shrinking back, all his features shifting back and forth. Momo? Are you okay? Too much magic. Can't keep my form. I can feel him slipping away from me, away from our bond, growing wilder. He's losing control. If I don't ground him right now, I don't know what will happen. Momo, I can't lose him. Not when we finally found each other. Momo! Momo shakes his head, looking almost like he's thrashing as he does. He reels, taking a step back, and the air around him ripples with the now familiar portal coming into being. Momo, don't! Have to get away. Momo steps back, vanishing into the portal. Damn, we were so close to getting Grandpa, but uh-oh. I barely have a moment to think about it before I'm moving too on sheer instinct. Oh, what was that you were just saying about making bad choices? Well, you are who you are. Diving into the portal after him. I mean, that's been you this whole route, right? Just following him blindly. Uh-oh. I come out somewhere I've never seen. The front of a mountain, with a path winding up through sparse woods toward the peak. You can feel it, can't you? I open my mouth to answer, but I realize he's not talking to me, but another person, a beautiful young woman. I see tails billowing out behind her, swaying in such a gentle flowing motion it's like watching the waves. 8 tails, a strong accomplishment for a wild fox, but you cannot possibly contain it. I know that. That's why I'm here. You think I'd come up here if I had a choice. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, but he did talk to Allen about this. About the difference between, like, wild foxes and like, the Valley of Foxes and all of these, like, celestial foxes, I believe was the term. That there's foxes up on the mountain. And something about the number of tails and how much more powerful they become. So there's going to be a little bit more of explanation here right now. Patience, Kit. 8 tails does not grant you the seniority of a true celestial fox. And it most certainly does not grant your familiar a pass into our lands. What? Familiar? I'm not a familiar. I'm Momo's... Allen, fucking... You shouldn't have come. What do you expect? You just leave. Of course he's gonna follow you. That's all he ever does. Oh, Momo. If you didn't want him to follow, you should have said, do not follow me. I'm serious. You will die or something. You know, tell him for sure what will happen if you follow me. Like, for real. I know you were, like, desperate, like, in the moment, but communication. Oh. I know, you were, like, going through something. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's hope he's not gonna die or something. Let's see. Momo, you changed. Something bad was happening and then you disappeared. Did you really think I wouldn't follow you? It's not safe here. Haven't you learned anything? We literally just talked about this. Excuse me for being worried about you. Look, just talk to me, please. This isn't good, Allen. Those who come up the mountain don't come down. Indeed. It is how we protect the secrets of our kind. Our methods for cultivating the natural energy of the valley. It keeps the wild foxes below from growing too strong and becoming malevolent. You understand, Kit, that your familiar cannot go free from here. Uh-oh. He didn't mean to come. Just send him away. What? And leave you here forever? No way. You'd be stuck forever too, Allen. That's fine. I'm not leaving you here by yourself. Wow, Allen. Wow. All you do is run away. Stop it. Let me stay with you. That's some devotion. They won't even let you. Untrue. He can stay. Provided he is bound to you, yes. But strictly bound. Human will is not controlled by the bounds of the mountain's energy. He must be tied here through you. So long as you cannot leave, neither can he. Both of you will be tied, via your magic, to the energy of the valley itself. You will be grounded to the mountain, unable to descend again. This is the pact each fox who ascends must swear to. Do you agree? Well, rip to the rest of your life, I guess, but you're not gonna die. You're gonna be, chained to the mountain. I mean, it's not the worst ending, you know? You'll be together. Momo, if you are staying, so am I. I'll do it. I don't have a choice. The magic from that rift is close to overwhelming me. I need them to suppress it. Very well. Bind him to me however you have to. I'm tired of fighting my nature, and I'm sick of being a pet. If I want to be in control, I may as well double down. And I mean, that has been the theme of this route, right? That Momo has been fighting his nature this whole time, and he's been struggling. And that was why he pursued and asked Theodore to make him his familiar. He was struggling to control it, and he wanted Theodore to help him. And that's why he was hoping that Allen would help him as well. But because in this route, Allen has trouble being a dominant person, has trouble and wants to be a follower rather than a leader, it didn't work out. So instead, we are in the passive role. We are the follower and not the leader. This is what we had to come to. So that's why I ended up choosing this path. I was like, oh, this is an interesting ending where we don't get the happy ending where, unfortunately for Momo, you know, we couldn't help him get control of his power, and this is what it led to. It's not a great ending, you know, happy ending or whatever, but it's not bad because at least they're together and they are in love, you know? So it's like a middle of the road ending, so I'm happy with it. I'm okay with it. Make him mine. Show me what to do. The world swims and things start to get fuzzy. Momo's magic washes over me, and I feel something shift. He tells me later that we passed through heavy illusion barriers to climb the mountain, and I couldn't handle them, so he had to take total control. It doesn't really matter to me. I made it to the top with him one way or another, and now we're here. So unfortunately, I think the rest of this, I'm not sure. I'm going to say it now. I think it's going to be a scene that I'm going to have to edit because it's a sex scene, unfortunately. I wish the ending scenes weren't always them like in the throes of, you know, so that you could see whatever they have to say. I'm going to have to just edit it, but it's going to be Momo in his full on like form again, like even more though, his fox form with Allen, his bestial mode. So I'll try to edit it so you guys can see a little bit of something, but Allen's pretty much going to be talking about, you know, the rest of their life and how they spend it together trapped in the mountain or something. And now we're here. So let me see if I'm right. Is there anything more before they do that? Momo is taught new magic, enough to totally control all 8 of his tails. And with me bound to him, he quickly forms the 9th, just like Naruto, taking on an almost godlike power. He thrives on the mountain. He's welcomed among his own kind for once, and he is constantly growing. Okay, I'm glad at least I get to read this to you before they show that. Somewhere in the days of the early days, he did something with my magic. It belongs to him now. He feeds on it often, usually when we have sex. Oh, there. Well, I'm not gonna really edit that because you're not really seeing much. But as you can see by the claw, it's gonna be full-on bestial Momo. I don't know how much I'll be able to censor so you could see his face or whatever, but I'll try. My days blur together. We're not able to leave, but we don't want to. It's pure bliss. I have everything I could ever need. Oh, good. I don't have to. Okay, so I'm just going to read this, and the rest of it you guys will not be able to see. So, yay, they censored enough so that you could see his face. Momo is like a king or a god. He dominates upon the mountain. Like, he looks completely different. Like, I know he's a fox, but he looks very wolf-like to me. He dominates upon the mountain, and I'm his lover, his familiar, his pet. This is for the furries. I'm allowed to stay as long as I'm bound to him, and I don't intend to ever get free. So after this is probably something I won't be able to show you. Alright, ending. Wild at heart. So I was right. It was just him saying, I don't have to be fulfilling my aunt's expectations. I could just be me or whatever, and I can just be Momo's. So, that's it. Alright, interesting ending, right? Hope you guys enjoyed that. I think it was a pretty interesting path, pretty good storyline. I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. I think Momo's good ending is pretty good as well. So I have definitely changed my mind about Momo. He's not as bad as I had remembered. I think when I first played it, I was so shocked with this ending, so thrown off that it kind of like felt like it felt very abrupt at the time. I didn't really catch on to the fact that there was a lot of foreshadowing, you know, with him struggling to fight his nature, that I felt like, yeah, we're about to get Grandpa, and then bam, we're suddenly trapped on this mountain and he's full-on wolf, or not wolf, full-on fox. Like, it felt abrupt to me the first time I played it. Now I'm like, okay, I kind of see where it was definitely foreshadowed and it was definitely coming. It still feels a little abrupt, but at the same time, I definitely see that there was enough foreshadowing to it that it's like, okay. But it definitely was a little like, damn, we weren't able to get Grandpa, and now it's like, it's a mixture of the good ending and then mixed with leading into this, you know? So they definitely spliced it into there. Because you can see enough of the good ending is in there, you know? That we almost got it. We almost got there. Yeah. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it. It was definitely different from a lot of the other paths, especially just based on Momo kind of being a douche at times and kind of playing hard to get, but it's alright. It's alright. It worked out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave some comments. And look forward to next time when we will be beginning Slagathor's route at last. I'm so excited. Because, man, Slagathor's so great. I adore him. He's a great character. And his route is very interesting. Because like we kind of alluded, he does not really utilize magic the same way the others do. So it's going to be very, very different, okay? And he's the chef, so automatically it's like, yeah, bonus points. cook us some good food, yeah. Alright, well, until next time, hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.